The courtroom was thick with tension. All eyes were on the young woman standing confidently before the judge, her presence starkly contrasting the skepticism and scorn that had filled the room just moments before. Judge Thompson, notorious for his stern demeanor and lack of patience for what he deemed frivolous cases, peered down at her with thinly veiled amusement. "You think you can fool this court?" he sneered. "A child playing dress-up as an attorney? This is a courtroom, not a school debate club." The gallery chuckled in response, sharing in the judge's amusement. But the young woman did not flinch. Instead, she took a deep breath and adjusted the documents in her hands. "Your Honor," she began, her voice unwavering, "I assure you, I am fully qualified to be here, and I am here to ensure justice is served." The courtroom fell into silence. Skepticism hung in the air, but curiosity now lingered alongside it. Who was this girl who dared to challenge an experienced judge? What was her story? Welcome to Timeless Stories, where we bring you tales of resilience, defiance, and the triumph of the human spirit. If you believe in the power of determination and justice, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Now let's go back to where it all began. In the bustling city of Riverton, Eliza Harper had always been different. Unlike other teenagers her age, who spent their days consumed by social outings and digital entertainment, Eliza buried herself in legal texts. From the time she was 10, she found herself enthralled by the complexities of the law, fascinated by the idea that knowledge could be wielded as a tool for justice. Raised by her grandfather, Samuel Harper, a retired educator, Eliza had been encouraged to pursue knowledge beyond her years. He recognized her gift early on and nurtured her intellect, providing her with access to books, legal cases, and debates. She devoured every piece of information, excelling at an unprecedented pace. By the time she was 16, she had quietly passed the bar exam, an achievement she kept to herself, unwilling to invite unwanted attention. One afternoon, while helping her grandfather with groceries, Eliza overheard a distraught woman at the corner store. Clara Monroe, a hard-working single mother, was on the verge of being evicted from her apartment despite having paid her rent diligently. Her landlord, Victor Langston, had accused her of violating the lease by housing additional tenants, a claim Clara vehemently denied. "I swear it's just me and my children," Clara pleaded with the cashier, her voice thick with desperation. "He's lying because he wants to rent the place to someone else for a higher price. I have nowhere else to go." Eliza's heart sank. She had read about such cases, landlords taking advantage of vulnerable tenants, fabricating violations to force them out for financial gain. Her fingers tightened around the grocery bag as she made a decision. Approaching Clara, she introduced herself. "Ms. Monroe, I couldn't help but overhear. I believe you have a case." Clara looked at her, confused. "You're just a kid. What can you do?" Eliza smiled. "Trust me, I've been told that before. Do you have copies of your lease and payment receipts?" When Clara nodded, Eliza's determination solidified. "Then let's fight this." Preparing for battle over the next few days, Eliza immersed herself in Clara's case. She meticulously reviewed every document, highlighting inconsistencies in the landlord's claims. It was evident that Victor Langston was attempting to manipulate the lease agreement to his advantage. Eliza drafted a formal legal notice, demanding that Langston cease the eviction or face legal action. When he ignored it, she filed a lawsuit on Clara's behalf. Word of the case spread quickly. A teenager, one who had never been seen in a courtroom, was taking on a well-known landlord. Some were supportive, others dismissive. Many laughed at the idea that a girl barely out of high school could challenge a seasoned businessman. But Eliza remained undeterred. On the day of the hearing, the courtroom was packed. Spectators, reporters, and legal professionals alike had gathered to witness the spectacle. Eliza stood before the judge, dressed in a modest navy blazer and skirt. She exuded quiet confidence, though her heart pounded in her chest. Judge Thompson peered down at her with evident skepticism. "And who are you supposed to be?" "I am representing the plaintiff, Your Honor," she said calmly. The judge scoffed. "Is this a joke? What law firm do you work for?" Eliza reached into her bag and handed a pristine document to the bailiff, who passed it to the judge. "Your Honor, here are my credentials. I passed the bar at 16. I assure you, I am fully licensed to practice law. The judge's expression shifted as he read the document. Murmurs spread throughout the room. The laughter from earlier died down, replaced by shock and curiosity. Proceed, Judge Thompson said, his voice softer now. Eliza began her presentation. She cited legal precedents, exposed the landlord's manipulative tactics, and laid out a compelling case that left the defense visibly shaken. As she spoke, confidence flowed through her. This was where she belonged. The courtroom listened in silence, captivated by her clarity and poise. Even the judge seemed impressed. When the landlord's attorney tried to challenge her credibility, she remained composed. Your Honor, she said, if the defense wishes to discredit me, they should do so based on my arguments, not my age. The law does not discriminate based on years lived, but on the truth of the matter. Judge Thompson nodded. Agreed. Please continue. By the time Eliza concluded her arguments, the mood in the courtroom had shifted. Skepticism had given way to admiration. The judge took a long moment before delivering his verdict. Based on the evidence presented, it is clear that the eviction is unfounded and unjust. The court rules in favor of the plaintiff, Clara Monroe. The eviction order is hereby overturned. A wave of relief washed over Clara as she embraced Eliza. The gallery erupted in hushed applause, and the judge, who had initially mocked her, gave her a nod of respect. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed Eliza. Ms. Harper, what's next for you? Will you continue practicing law? Eliza smiled. This is only the beginning. Justice isn't about age or experience. It's about standing up for what's right, and I intend to keep doing just that. Eliza's story reminds us that courage, intelligence, and determination are not bound by age. Her unwavering commitment to justice proves that anyone, regardless of how underestimated they are, can make a difference. What do you think? Have you ever been underestimated only to prove everyone wrong? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if this story inspired you, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Timeless Stories for more tales of resilience and triumph.